One part of me is saying, maybe it's not my cup of tea. And yes, somebody just took it. And the other part of me is saying, maybe it's not that bad. It's a minivan after all. So should this 2020 Toyota Sienna deserve your attention? Or should you wait until 2021 Toyota Sienna hits the dealerships? Let's find out, shall we? One more thing before we begin. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and watch the newest and coolest videos every single week. Right now, cars, bikes, gear, parts, entertainment, news, every single week. So now, shall we? The exterior looks more like a Dodge Grand Caravan, let's say 5th generation. And what I mean by that, it wasn't updated for quite some time. Almost 10 years now. So if you want some numbers, Dodge got stuck in 2008 and Toyota got stuck in 2010. That's pretty much the same van. Yes, they did a few minor facelift upgrades, and in 2017 they did this new powertrain that obviously we still see here. 3 years ago we did the review and we actually saw the same Sienna. What I mean by that, if you look at the pictures, if you compare those reviews, you will see pretty much the same car. And I keep asking my question, Toyota brought us the same exact car with a new sticker? Under the hood you get 3.5 liter V6 Toyota engine. Don't get emotional, it's a really good engine. It's got 296 horsepower and it's pretty good when it comes to putting your foot down and getting this big body to move. 263 pound-feet of torque and 8-speed automatic transmission. This powertrain is really good, and this is something that you can check on your bucket list when you're deciding what minivan to buy. It drives just fine. Yes, you can feel the wind driving like 60-70 miles an hour on freeways. And yes, it's really bad when you're trying to take corners hard. Again, this is just a minivan, and don't look at Toyota website. They're gonna tell you some fairy tales. Sport, tuned steering wheel and suspension. Where? In this one? Powerful performance. Yes, I said it's a good engine, but it's not a C500 by any stretch. This 7-inch touchscreen comes standard in any trim that you pick. The year on calendar is 2020 and it's got Apple CarPlay but no Android Auto. You also get features like Easy Speak. Here's the microphone right on top of you, and whatever I'm saying you can hear on the rear seats through the speakers. And optionally you can get Wi-Fi hotspot here, as well as 360 camera for all your parking needs. And 65, 70. Well, that's pretty loud. You get a lot of road noise, and I don't have panoramic moonroof here. I just have a regular sunroof. You hear a lot of road noises, but it's pretty smooth, it's very comfortable and plushy. It's very well focused around the driver when it comes to controls. Take a look. You've got climate controls here. Very easy to access, very easy to make some changes, and if you'd like, you have 3-zone climate control. So for example, if you're traveling only with the front passenger, you can turn it off and save some gas. Right on top you have this big pocket where you can store your big massive glasses. Otherwise, why they made it so big? As well as those 3 buttons in order to open left and right slide doors, as well as trunk. From the entire front dash, I really like the way that they set up the climate controls and how close you are to all the buttons, all the settings, right by your fingertips. Here up front you get 4 cup holders right here, 2 cup holders left and right in each door, and for the Texas buyers there's a special edition with 16 cup holders up front and 5-gallon storage for the coffee for the back seats. I'm just having fun, chill. The thing is, they managed to put so many cup holders in this car. Think about it. 4 cup holders right here, 2 cup holders left and right for the front passengers, 2 cup holders additionally on the same center console but just for the middle seat, and bunch of cup holders on the back. So yeah, if you're from Texas, you can get enough. Center armrest with a big pocket right here where you can find your 2 wireless headphones. I'll explain later. I think to give you a better picture, we should jump on the back seat and I'll show you what your passenger is gonna get. Here you can slide this mid-row back and forth. In our version we have it all: power liftgate and dual sliding doors. The tailgate is a little bit weird. Let me explain. You cannot really press the button on the back and activate the liftgate. You have to hold the key. You have to press the key and hold for 3-4 seconds before you will see the liftgate will start opening. There's no kick function where you can kick under the bumper in order to open the trunk. And when you don't have key handy and you have to manually open the trunk every single time, you start asking questions like why, and like why I cannot press the button on the trunk and get it open. 16.4-inch screen on the back that you can split left and right so your passengers can stay busy. And remember I said about the headphones? You get 2 of those, and those are wireless. So basically you can watch Blu-ray DVDs, and left and right passenger right behind me can watch 2 separate movies at the same time without interrupting the driver, who would be listening to the music or watching the road. Anything? No, just cars passing by. Yes, we do see 110 outlets every single time when we review minivans, and having 2 of those here, one right behind me and one in the trunk, it's a really good thing to have, because this is a minivan after all. It's just built to go places. And what's more important that I have to say, it's not a cheap minivan after all, if this thing actually exists. The good news, every Toyota Sienna comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense. It includes features like pre-collision system that can apply brakes in order to avoid collision, dynamic radar cruise control that can keep the distance between the vehicle in front of you for longer trips, and more basic stuff like auto high beams. I know I didn't mention anything about this button, which is called lane keeping assist. Well, there's a reason. How would I put it? It's not a really good system. Yes, it will try to correct. It doesn't hold you in the lane. If you try to go through the corner and just hold the hands on the steering wheel without applying any steering input, you will see the system bounces back and forth between left and right side of the lane, but doesn't keep you straight. So in other words, it's not as good as Volvo and even not as good as Kia or anything in between. Here's something that I have to mention, and this will be an essential feature for some of the buyers. Not every minivan can offer you auto access seat. Just take a look at the picture. This is absolutely essential feature for anybody who has a family member with disabilities. This mid-row seat can go outside, rotate, go up and down, and the minivan from the outside doesn't really change much. You don't see any lifted floor or any significant changes. I wish to see features like Chrysler and Toyota have. I'm talking about seats that can fold in the flat floor, which have been always missing in Toyota minivans. And I think this can drive customers away to another brand. Before I let you go, I got a couple of really good marketing strategies from Toyota. If you just look up Toyota website for 2020 Sienna, you will see this Sienna nightshade. Oh man, this is the Sienna that nobody can see during the nighttime. And yes, this thing actually exists. Is it really safe? Also, you can find things like bold new look. Toyota, weren't you talking about the 2021 generation? And if this is not enough, I got one more. Front fascia or lower side rocker panels. Toyota, this is not unique, okay? Just stop it. If those parts would be missing from any other car, well, we would all be driving like naked. In other words, even when you read about features, it feels dated. You might be wondering why I'm hiding behind the Sienna. Well, Toyota fans might be hunting for me. Here is the deal. You will pay 4 grand, at least 4 grand more for Toyota Sienna when you compare to Kia or Dodge. To be absolutely fair, Kia has better warranty and more features, and Dodge will be the least expensive van you can buy. But what does Sienna offer you besides this Toyota badge for this extra 4K? You know, I think this question will stay with me until we're gonna drive the 2021 Toyota Sienna to find out if they really, finally did something to justify this extra money. Let's keep the emotions down. If you want the Toyota, just wait another year, because the 2021 obviously gonna be new in comparison to what you see with this 2020. One more thing. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and watch the newest and coolest videos every single week. Right now, cars, bikes, gear, parts, entertainment, news every single week.